In 1834 he came to be. Ole Canute's son, wild and free, born in Kendall, New York's green embrace. A Norwegian soul in an open space, with Father Newt by the wagon's side. To Fox River's banks in 1850 they ride. But sorrow struck on a canal boat sway. His mother lost her color as gray. Oh, ole, ole, through the wilds you roam, from New York's fields to a Texas home. With heart so bold and a settler's hand, you carved a life in a promised land. Clang Piverson met them tales to tell of Texas plains where dreams could swell. From Illinois they turned their gaze to southern sun and boundless days. In 52 the call was clear, to Dallas County they drew near. With Nordbo's kin on Prairie High, 3 years they stayed neath Texas sky. But Bosk called in 53, a river's bend to destiny. Land for 50 cents, so rich, so grand, the Third North settlement took its stand. From Clifton West to Cranfield's Gap, North's at the heart on Texas map. A tongue still spoken, faith held tight, Clifton College in the morning light. Postmaster he at Norman Hill, through war and peace he served still. Then to Waco in 68, a foundry rose by his own gate. 2,000 souls in Bosca thrive, a Lutheran church to keep alive. Ole's legacy, strong and sure, a founder's mark that will endure. So sing of Ole, wise and true, of Clang and Nordbo he knew. A Norwegian son neath Texas skies, where history lives and never dies.
Name with dreams unbound, sail the seas to foreign ground. Medellin found Illinois so fair, where King Anderson settled there. In Leland's fields her roots took hold, a sister's tale in sunlight told.
Jacob sailed on Restoration's keel, 13 bachelors, hearts of steel. A file maker, tools in hand, lost them all to Harbor Strand. The love he found in Syrian's grace, Madeline's daughter, a tender face. In 31 their vows were sworn, a new life in the West was born. Fox River called in 34, Jacob led with hope galore. Clang Pewson scouted lands so wide, Newt and he by freedom's side.
Missouri's plains, a fleeting stay, slavery's chains drove them away. sea, with hearts sincere, helped a family through winter's fear.
Brigham Young came north one day by Jacob's land, a holy place, a city dream named Norway's pride. But Salt Lake won, the plan subsided. Jacob trekked in 48 to Napa's hills, he sealed his fate. Saw a skull house with Serena's care, a roadhouse rose in western air.
Knew the brother, strong and true, Slooper's kin, his spirit grew.
Sugar Creek in 43, Clayton's new home by Iowa's Lee, and by his side till 67, Newt's last breath to earth was given. In Anderson's ground they rest as one, their legacy beneath the sun.
So sing of Jacob, Newt, and Malene, Slagvik souls where dreams convene. From Norway's fjords to lands afar, their light still shines, a guiding star.
In 1834 he came to be Ole Canute's son, wild and free. Born in Kendall, New York's green embrace, a Norwegian soul in an open space. With Father Newt by the wagon's side, to Fox River's banks in 1850 they ride. But sorrow struck on a canal boat sway, his mother lost to color as gray. Oh, ole, ole, through the wilds you roam, from New York's fields to a Texas home. With heart so bold and a settler's hand, you carved a life in a promised land. Clayton Piverson met them tales to tell of Texas plains where dreams could swell. From Illinois they turned their gaze to southern sun and boundless days. In 52 the call was clear, to Dallas County they drew near. With Nordbo's kin on Prairie High, 3 years they stayed neath Texas sky. But Boss called in 53, a river's bend to destiny. Land for 50 cents, so rich, so grand, the third Norse settlement took its stand. From Clifton West to Cranfill's Gap, Norse at the heart on Texas map. A tongue still spoken, faith held tight, Clifton College in the morning light. Postmaster he at Norman Hill, through war and peace he served still. Then to Waco in 68, a foundry rose by his own gate. 2,000 souls in Bosca thrive, a Lutheran church to keep alive. Ole's legacy, strong and sure, a founder's mark that will endure. So sing of Ole, wise and true, of Clang and Nordbo he knew, a Norwegian
region, sunny Texas skies, where history lives and never dies.
In 1787, on Finney's rugged shore at Kindingstead's old farmstead, Knut Eide was born. Rogaland's winds did whisper through Norway's fields so green, a boy with dreams of freedom, a life yet unforeseen. In 1821, the Quakers made their plan to sail to new horizons, a bold and hopeful band. With Klangpersen beside him, Knut crossed the stormy sea to scout a land for settlers, a colony to be. In New York's crowded city, fate dealt a heavy blow. Knut fell to fever's mercy, or so the stories go. Did he die there in shadows, leaving Klang alone? Or did he turn back homeward to Norway's hills of stone? Then 1837, aboard an Eide he that a man named Knut set sail again. Or was it him we see? Through storms and waves he landed in New York's bustling strife. A struggle for a dollar, a fight to build a life. To Michigan's wild acres he carved a farmer's way, buried in the heartland where fields of plenty lay. But whispers weave a riddle, was this the same Knut Eide? Two journeys, one bold spirit, beneath the heavens wide. From Stavanger's hopeful vision to Orleans' distant call, from Finney's quiet cradle to Michigan's great hall. The records hold your shadow in 1821 and 37's crossing. Were you two or one? Oh, Knut, where did you wander across the ocean wide? Did you chase the Quaker promise or stay by Norway's side? Through tales of toil and mystery, your name still echoes free. A farmer, a dreamer, Knut Eide, who were ye? So raise a glass to Knut, a soul of grit and lore, a man of two Americas from Norway's ancient shore. The truth may fade in history, but still his song we sing. Knut Eide, bold and restless, let your spirit ring.
In 1800, cold and clear, a boy was born in Teaser. Gudmund Hauke, strong and true, a wheelwright's hands, a dreamer too. To Rennesoy, then Stavanger town, a servant's life he settled down. With Gurine fair, 7 babes they bore, then Caroline, 1 child more. The Fox River called, no doctor shelters near, but Goodman rose through toil and fear. No school had he, yet wisdom grew, a healer's heart, both bold and true. Through fever's grip and cholera's sting, he brought relief on tireless wing. An elder Mormon firm in grace, a guiding star in that wild place. In 47 a paper rose, Nordless said shone where the prairie grows. Goodman led with a steady hand, a voice for Norse in a foreign land. At Ender's house the plan was sown, with Ole Olson the seed was grown. A hog and spark, a Quaker's creed, a people's press for a people's need. The golden blades of mystery grand, Goodman held in his faithful hand. Dietrichson scoffed with learned pride, but Mormon elders spoke far and wide. The Lutherans faltered, their voices weak, while Mormon tongues made the Spirit speak. In La Salle's fields by Fox's shore, Goodman's name would echo more. In 49 the cholera came, a shadow fell on Goodman's name. He fought for life for neighbor's sake, till death's cold hand his breath did take. In the northeast corner they laid him low, a marker stands where the wild winds blow. 8 children mourned, a settlement wept, a hero's rest in honor kept. Oh, Goodman sailed on the wild sea foam, from Norway's fjords to a new world's home. With faith and skill he carved his way, a life for the Slooper's dawn of day. So sing of Goodman, brave and free, a Slooper's soul, a legacy. From Tesvar's hills to the Midwest plain, his spirit lives in the wind and rain.
Thorstein Olsen Bjadland, a restless soul was he. 5 years he carried letters for the crown across the sea. But his father's land divided left him bitter, unfulfilled. So he joined the 52 sloopers with dreams of freedom's yield. Aboard the sloop in 25, the cask came from the tide. Barnacles encrusted with sweet wine locked inside. The crew drank deep, the sails went slack, no colors flew that day, till Funchall's cannons aimed their wrath and fear stole breath away. Bertha waved her calico, her legs a daring sight, while Thorstein found the flag to hoist and save them from the fight. The harbor cheered, the danger passed, the customs men came near. A Norwegian soul with grit and grace, Thorstein stood tall and clear. To Michigan he ventured through the Aries open gate. A shoemaker he learned to be, his craft would seal his fate. The first Norwegian there perhaps in fields of green and gold, but fire took his Fox River home, a tale the prairie told. In 40 he walked Wisconsin's trails, with Stavanger kin beside. By Koshkonong sweet waters his sod shanty rose with pride. A shoemaker for travelers, a host to weary feet, till Guri came in 44 and love made life complete.
children filled their days. Dark-haired and strong they grew. Old John and Ingeborg, 4 more joined the crew. Through summers green and winters cold, their farmstead stood its ground. A Quaker heart or Hojian, in faith he was unbound. The years rolled on, the fires faded, his hands grew worn and still. In a log house near Vettel's land, he bent to time's great will. In 7-4 he left this world in liberty's embrace. Thorstein Olsen, Bjodland, at rest in sacred space. So sing of Thorstein Olsen, let his story never fade. A Slooper son, a pioneer, in America he stayed. From flag to flame, from sea to soil, his spirit echoes on. Thorstein Olsen, Bjodland, forever in our song. In 1780, Thomas was born on a farm in Norway, 'neath skies forlorn. To Stavanger he went with a hammer and flame. A blacksmith by trade, he built his name. Oh, Thomas Madland, bold and true, 5 daughters fair and a son came too. Roar and fever's bite, he led his kin to a new world's fight. 3 daughters bloom like roses rare, Rakel with Lars, a captain's glare. Gareen and Gudmund, hearts entwined. Serene with Jacob, fates aligned. Thomas Madland, bold and true, 5 daughters fair and a son came too. Through ocean's roar and fever's bite, he led his kin to a new world's fight. In 1825 they sailed away, the sloopers bound for a brighter day. New York they reached, but the woods stood tall. A damp, dark land brought death to all. Mosquitoes hummed, the fever grew. Agu took what the wild winds blew. Summer burned hotter than winter's chill. Thomas fell first on that cursed hill. His breath was stilled. 8 months in, his dreams unfulfilled. Siri wept with daughters 3, Serene, Garin, Rakel free. Oh, Thomas Madland, bold and true, 5 daughters fair and a son came too. Through ocean's roar and fever's bite, he led his kin to a new world's fight. A grave unmarked where wildflowers sway, the sloopers mourn that summer day. Thomas Madland, a name lost to time, echoes still in this song of mine. In 1809 he came, Ovie Rosdale Daniel's a name. born on a farm called Rossittle, so fair. In Tisver's valley, wild and rare, south to north the valley flows. Mountains arise where no one knows. Hursdale hides beyond the ridges bend. A lonesome start for a boy to send. 16 summers the Restoration called. With kin he sailed the ocean sprawled. 9 years in York by Rochester's shore. Lars Larson taught him the shipwright's lore. To Ottawa's canal his hands took flight, crafting boats in the morning light. Goldona sailed with lumber grand, a new world carved by a young man's hand. Postmaster, judge, and a wedding's grace, carpenter, smith with a steady pace, innkeeper, tailor, suit so fine, auctioneer with a voice divine. Plowshares of steel, the first they say, coffins he carved for the end of days. A house he raised, 6 rooms below, 4 above where the travelers go. His heart she won, 5 children raised neath the valley's sun. Barn and granary, a blacksmith's flame, a carriage rolled in the family name. Daniel and Bertha in 54 past, Ovi cared for them to the last. The eldest son, their pride and stay, a slooper's tale in the Fox River sway. Through Kendall's fields and Norway stone, he counseled kin who'd left their home. A life so full, a legacy wide, a mountain boy who crossed the tide. From Rossittle's Vale to the canal's embrace, Ovi's spirit still holds a place. Craftsman's soul, a pioneer's call, the son of death, you'll remembered by all. Ovi, son of the sloop, sailed to a world with a dream to group. From shipwright's hands to the plow steel gleam, he built a life on a Norwegian dream. In 1809, beneath the Nordic sky, on a farm at Hesja, Tisver, a boy's first cry. George Johnson was his name, a soul both bold and free, a bachelor with dreams to chase across the sea. Oh George, from Rogaland you came, with the Slooper's 52 you carved your name. Through fields and rivers wide your heart would roam, a preacher, a maker, a man far from home. In 1825 he sailed with hope in tow, aboard the sloop to New York where new winds blow. By 34 with kin he left the eastern shore, to Illinois he ventured seeking something more. Sweet Johanna's dadder joined him hand in hand. In 35 they wed, built a life on the land. Her father wrote with pride of George's steady way, a farm that thrived and grew beneath the April day. But fate turned cruel in 46, Aline was laid to rest. A heart once full of joy now faced its hardest test. Melaine came in 47, a new love to share, a daughter little little Aline with her mother's heir. A cabinet maker's craft, a preacher's holy call. George built with wooden words, gave comfort to all. But colorist struck in 49, at 40 years he fell. A life cut short, yet stories still to tell. Friends took his estate, his children sent afar to Texas with North Bow beneath the guiding star. They arrived, chasing a Christmas dream. Joseph met the Apaches in 68, he died. Caroline to California with Adam by her side. Elias walked with uncles in Kern County's dawn. The Johnson name lived on, though George was gone. The lane stayed and wet again, the farmer steady ground. The children spread like seeds, their roots unbound. From Hesha's humble fields to land so vast and grand, George Johnson's tale still echoes through the land.